Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Welcome back into the fold, everybody. Once more into the breach. It's
many folds here. Many folds. Gained a lot of weight because of the Corona. Revere's pants.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all have. It's a known problem. I've been drinking too much. I've been eating too much. It's just been a real dark time. But anyhow, yeah, once more into the breach, it's time for your weekly dose of Frankenstein control.
Yip, Skippy.
Things are not better, but honestly, who was expecting they would be?
No.
Things don't get better anymore. That's not what things do.
No, they just get continually worse.
Yep. Scientists now believe that the world's drastic efforts at curtailing a deadly contagion spread being successful and ushering in an era of needed advancements in both healthcare and economic infrastructure is merely a quaint piece of folklore like Bigfoot or God. Yes, the whole world is currently in a coffin being carried by 6 dancing men from Ghana. Everyone knows that things just careen wildly downhill with no cessation or improvement in sight.
Nope.
That the end times are indeed upon us, but the end times don't end.
Just continual ending.
Yes, when the Diamond Princess cruise liner pulled into Yokohama months ago, pregnant with pestilence, nobody mentioned the fact that its hull was built from the fingernails of the dead.
Oh.
Gods of vengeance and of compassion alike lie sleeping in their crypt, and whether our cries are for an accounting or the destruction of the ledgers altogether, they must evoke only silence, and it is this silence which shall prevail.
Is that from Blood Meridian?
Of course it is!
Yeah, I think we've been like a good solid 5 or 10 episodes without a mention of Blood Meridian.
Yeah, there we go. Chalk it up.
Gotta get the little chalkboard.
Yeah, 5 episodes since last Blood Meridian.
Like 0.
It's our equivalent of a workplace accident.
Exactly.
Gotta report it to OSHA. Anyhow, obviously we've got ample subjects to touch on tonight and not so ample time, so let's get things rolling with a brief chat about some non-Ravir pants theft news.
Oh!
Which might actually be a bright spot for the international community, or at least a rare moment of justice. Turns out if Seth Rogen just made a movie about Kim Jong-un undergoing a heart procedure, would have accomplished the same thing without almost starting World War III with a fart joke. Because Kim Jong-un is quite possibly dead.
Yep.
And well, now that we said it, he's going to be alive and well,
exactly.
And his regime's going to be worse than ever.
Our episodes and our topical references tend to age like milk these days.
Yep.
Just like one week's difference. Oh, nope, you're fucking wrong. Yeah. And not only are you fucking wrong, but there's problems with what you said.
Yeah.
He's going to come up on stage and just be like, my fling with death, almost dying, has really made me learn what's important in this world, and that is killing as many people as possible.
Torture as well.
Yeah.
Coupling new inventive ways of torture with killing as many people as possible. I want to make
Kim Jong-un, everybody.
I want to make an entire album of the sounds starving populations make.
Oh,
no.
God. Oh.
I'm going to drop that shit on SoundCloud.
Well, then.
Featuring Lil Nas X or somebody. I don't know what's hip with the kids.
Which one is on the chips?
That's a little bougie.
I did see a good meme that made me chuckle the other day. It was like, have you seen that video or GIF or clip or whatever you want to call it of just like this guy on the, I'm guessing it's at some place that's sort of similar to like a Chuck E. Cheese, but like a really nice one. Not a Chuck E. Cheese, more like a Planet Play.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like a zip line indoors there, and there's this guy on the zip line, and he's just completely dead weighting it.
Yes.
He's just slinging around.
I love that video.
And it was that, but it said North Korea be like, here comes our dear leader. It's a guy on the fucking zip line, just slinging around.
Here he is.
He's fine.
Don't worry, folks. Weekend at Kim Jong's.
Yeah.
Except instead of weekend, it's what is it? Life term.
Yeah, President for Life.
Yeah, President for Life at Bernie's.
I was going to do some sponsors or businesses that desperately want you to spend your Orange Man fun bucks, Adam, but
I still haven't gotten mine. I'm pissed off.
I got mine, man. I got to tell you.
I want my goofy ass Cheeto fun bucks. I want to spend it on dumb shit, like I was planning to anyway.
Exactly. We got ours direct deposited a couple weeks ago, and then just yesterday we got a self-aggrandizing letter in the mail of Trump, clearly not written by him, but trying to take credit for it.
Yeah.
Signed, your president. And Alyssa was reading it, and she wrote, instead of Donald J. Trump, she's like, Donald G. Trump.
Jonald?
Yeah.
Jonald. Scoded up Jonald.
And then I immediately got a text from my dad. And he's like, I just got a letter in the mail from Trump saying he taking credit for the $2,000 he gave me. I put it through the shredder. And Alyssa was going to tear ours up, and I was like, no, we have to save that so we can laugh at it in happier times and show our grandkids someday that this was the insane time we lived in.
But
that's very hopeful.
Yeah, I was about to say that's incredibly fucking.
I've learned nothing from my own
optimistic of you.
Yeah.
Implying, will any of us have a future?
Exactly.
We're on borrowed time, folks.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can. Have those extra Cocoa Puffs. Just fuck it.
Honestly,
we're all fucking doomed. This Revere time isn't gonna end.
This pant
stealing time is never going to end, and we're all gonna go crazy and implode upon ourselves. And it's already started because of certain events about cell phone towers, which we won't get into, or otherwise I'm gonna fly into another rage. So what else for fucking shit you gotta talk about, you fucking asshole? As I look B-right in the eyes. Call him that.
This all is like extra hard on me. I mean, it's like hard on everybody mentally and emotionally, but 2019 fucking sucked ass for me and Lissa. Between like we had a shit ton of family and pet deaths, and then we were displaced out of our home for 3 months because the idiots destroyed our house. And
wow, it's Mario Kart. It rubber banded you to the complete different. Now you're in your house all the time, and now everyone's family is dying.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, this is way more serious than me just not getting to do shit I want to do. But a lot of the stuff that's been canceled because of Revere has been when I was in those hard times, it was what I was looking forward to make myself feel better about being in the horrible time. And it's it's psych, and now this happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God.
I'm just going to listen to some Fountains of Wayne. Fuck!
Oh, God.
Just
the Fountains of Wayne, I think it's the lead singer, I'm not sure, but he's one of the founding members, had his pants stolen by Revere.
Yeah.
With the soul trap was cast.
Oh no. Oh God. Yeah, these are some shit times, but you know what? There's some silver lining. Let us talk about the ever distracting, wonderful world of video games, because it's almost like the video game gods themselves were like, you know what, shit's going down. You don't know it yet, but we know. And they did the Konami code and made all of these awesome games come out, which is great. Thank fuck for that. Otherwise, we'd all be crazy. But man, oh man, I just got done playing Persona 5, and it was fucking incredible. I wanted to do the bit where I come in and I'm all enlightened and stuff.
It's only been 3 episodes since we've done that.
For the 80th time. But I was
our sponsor's Cologuard again.
Yes. Cologuard was the final boss of Persona 5 Royal. Yeah. That was my favorite part of the game. No, I can't recommend that game enough. For any of you out there who have a PS4.
It's definitely next on my list once I get through the big one.
Yes.
The one that we are excited to talk about today.
Yeah, and it's topical, so let's get in the algorithm. That's right, bitches. I don't kid around. Welcome to Transparency Control. I'm your host, Cloud Strife. To my left is Tifa Lockhart.
Hi, I'm Tifa, and I'm an anime girl. I got big ditties.
And in front of me, as always, is Sephiroth. You don't know how tempted I was to say Hojo.
Honestly, no. I was figured I'm Biggs if I'm anybody. Just, the sort of second fiddle rando gunman.
Not except Sephiroth because it's funnier.
Yeah, it's funny.
And he's super tall in this game. He's so tall now.
He's very tall, like I am.
He's like fucking the PlayStation crowd. They didn't have enough with Nemesis being a giant trench-coated monster. They needed another one. Except they said, put a wig on him. Put a wig on him. Put a wig on Nemzivus. Give him a big old cute face, bishy face. Look at it. He's got them lips. He went...
Is he still being voiced by Lance Bass?
No. That was one time. That was one time in Kingdom Hearts 1 that he was voiced by Lance Bass. And then I think his voice has been the dude who played Superman in Justice League.
Oh, shit.
For a really long time. Like, a lot of the stuff that Sephiroth was in around after Kingdom Hearts 1. It was fucking Superman's voice. It was so weird.
So he went from ultimate good boy to ultimate bad boy.
Yes, but both of them get delighted when they get to wreck up a world of paper. That's a deep cut, as the kids call it.
Okay.
We're talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's get into this shit here.
Oh, fuck. I thought we were talking about Barbie's Horse Adventure.
I want to talk about Barbie's Horse Adventure.
Ada, what was your favorite part of Barbie's Horse Adventure?
The horses.
Ah, okay.
And the adventure.
What was your least favorite part?
Barbie.
Ah. This has been a Barbie's Horse Adventure review by Ada Ship.
Yeah, that's my review. Horse out of Barbie. That's what I give it.
One horse out of Barbie.
Yes.
One horse out of Barbie. Ada Ship reviews.
We'll throw a shrimp on the Barbie. It's time for our annual Australian discussion of Final Fantasy. I don't know why I'm Australian now. It just oh god.
Pardon us the Clorox fumes we ingested for health.
Yeah.
I put too much Clorox in the Sensi. Now I got brain damage. Oh.
Well, it's you already had brain damage because you put Clorox in there. So now you haven't really changed.
It evened me out.
I just took like a can, you know, those like sort of mid-tier cans of like Clorox wipes, and I took the wipes out and just drained that liquid that's always in the bottom. I drained that right into a squirt gun, and I've been like just like squirting that into my mouth here.
You know, it's so weird. That liquid is so strange to me because it grosses me out.
Really?
Yeah, but
Even though
like
it's clean
that is
solution.
literally the cleanest thing in your house.
Yeah.
Is liquid bleach, but for some reason I think it's because something was living in it. I mean, there were Clorox wipes, but it was
Clorox wipes are alive.
It was
Clorox wipes are people.
something was occupying the same space as the liquid, and it's not enough. It isn't submerged enough to be like pickle juice. You know, it's just enough to where it feels like leavings. It's nasty.
It's sweat.
It's nasty in my mind until I remind myself there's literally nothing on earth you could touch that is cleaner than this.
You know that fluid is like exactly the same formula as Aristocrat gin, right? You can make yourself a clean teeny with
No, don't. Stop. Be right. There are enough people out there who've been going to hospitals for dumb shit reasons like that. And they were told by the dumbest man on the planet, what if somebody smart like you says it?
that's reaching a little bit, but I appreciate
I will reach around on you all day, my friend.
Let's
Shit,
get back.
I got cabin fever. I'm horny.
Ugh.
Come here, be right. Let's move on to Final
Curse.
Fantasy
I feel like I should be offended.
Curse my naturally beachy looks.
Yeah, it's because you looking an awful lot like Sephiroth, boy.
Let's talk about everybody's new favorite best boy, fucking Roche. From...
Oh, fucking Roche, man. Okay. Full disclosure.
He's an original character, do not steal.
Full disclosure, I only got the game a couple of days ago as of this recording, and I have only played up till, like, I don't know when in the game. I don't know how long this game's going to be.
Yeah, I don't either. But...
Like, we've already spent so much time farting around the slums of Midgar, like, I have no idea what they plan on pacing this game as anymore.
Right.
Where am I going to be?
I have a friend that beat it at around level 30.
30?
And apparently you can get up to 50, but it's kind of pointless to get that high.
I don't know, it's pretty not pointless to get high over here, bro. Hilarious stoner joke. Hey!
Shut up.
There's a roach.
Yep.
There's a character that I came across just last night.
He's not very plot important. He's just sort of shows up every once in a while to be an amusing distraction.
But he's a wonderfully amusing distraction. He's great. He's so funny.
He's a big old delinquent pompadour having...
But also mullet.
Motorcycle sword boy.
I hereby dub his haircut the Pompullet.
Yes, it's the pompullet.
The pullet.
It is party in the back, high school delinquent in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And he rides around on a motorcycle. I can only imagine that he had custom fashioned to look like his own penis.
It really is kind of phallic.
And
he's always rubbing it.
Yeah.
He's always caressing it lovingly.
And it honestly looks like the car that the ambiguously gay duo drove in the old Robert Smigel Saturday TV Funhouse.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Believe me.
It looks exactly like that, but it's a big old red motorcycle. And
But yeah, this Roche guy is an insane adrenaline junkie, thrill seeker, crazy person, and he's hilarious, and I love him.
And he just shows up to have motorcycle sword fights with you.
Yeah, he just shows up out of the goddamn blue. You're riding your motorcycle, trying to get away from the police, from the the lifeblood of the world police, Shinra. And you're like, get away. And then all of a sudden, Roche just shows up. He's like, yeehaw! Ride 'em, yippee skippy! Ow! Dance with me! And you're like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And he's just like, just the two of us, eyes only on me! And you're like, what is this man? And then you beat him up, and he's like, until next time! Woohoo! And you're
That's
like,
exactly what happens.
what the fuck? And then you do some stuff. You do some terrorist stuff. You are a terrorist in Final Fantasy VII. I don't want to sugarcoat this in the least. You're a fucking eco-terrorist. You're Greenpeace, but you actually do something. It's nuts. And you go back to the bar and you drink your Cosmo Canyons, shaken up by the tall drink herself, Tifa, and you're like, great job, everybody. A lot of folks died. Yeah. But anyway, no, you're doing terrorist shit, and then you get surrounded by all these fucking battle mechs, and who shows up? But none other than fucking Roche. He just whoosh, flies over the fence, and he just fucks up everything with his bike. He does what I can only describe as bike foo.
Yeah.
And fucks all these robots up, and he's just like, ha, ha, ha. And he totally has that, like, you're the only person who's given me a challenge in a long time. Yes, only I can kill you. He's very Megatron in that way.
Yeah.
But he's like if Megatron was mixed with, I don't know,
Evil Knievel.
Evil gain evil. to steal the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. But yes, that Roche is a treasure, and he's a weirdo, and I hope he shows up at least one more time before the game's over.
Godspeed you, Black Emperor.
He's a beautiful boy. But yeah, let's talk about some other things about FF7. What else we got to talk about?
The best girl, Jessie.
Oh, I thought that's a
personal
weird
favorite.
way of pronouncing Tifa.
Oh, see, I like Jessie. I think she's adorable.
I think Jessie's adorable too. I'm just I'm creating conflict and failing.
I want Jessie to be my Kira Metz in
Your what?
In the Witcher games, like Witcher 3. You can obviously there's like the romantic subplots, and you can make Geralt pick between Triss and Yennefer. But there is a third option you can sort of have a fling with named Kira Metz, and she's like another sorceress. And I always liked Kira the most aesthetically because she's like looks the most like a real person, and doesn't have the ridiculous proportions that the other two have.
Well, she's just like you got like brilliant supermodel, and then you got like Daenerys Targaryen, and then you look over and it's like, hey, what's going on? I'm Rosie O'Donnell. What's going on? Come on over here, girl.
Oh God! If
I can try out a dick for once.
That would be fucking hysterical.
That'd be great, actually. I would.
Especially now that Rosie O'Donnell's back in the news again because she's in some new real sad-looking HBO show about a guy, about the Incredible Hulk having a crazy brother.
What?
I was about to ask, is she even alive?
Yeah, she's fine.
She just dropped off the map.
Does she play the monster?
There's some new sad.
I'm being super mean to Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know what she's
She's
about.
funny. I like
I don't
her.
know what she's
All
about
right.
anymore. She's been out of the spotlight for so long.
She has. She's taken some time for herself.
Oh,
I guess,
you know where
but-
the animosity is coming from? This is going to sound really bad. My mind crossed wires, and like I knew what Rosie O'Donnell sounded like, but I thought she was in the same political hot water that Roseanne Barr
Right,
was in.
right. And you do your classic, "Ah, Roseanne, shut the fuck up," or whatever you.
I thought the bitch was white. This is my favorite Roseanne clip. It's great.
Sounds just like her.
It's really funny.
Toe to tip, that's a Roseanne.
Thank you, thank you. What can I say? I'm known for my impressions. It's how I make them big bucks. And by bucks, I mean a beer eye. Final Fantasy VII. Why do you like Jessie?
She's just cute.
Because she's cute.
She's just cute. I think she's cute.
She's
and,
voiced by Futaba.
Yeah.
Which is great. Coming right off the heels of Persona 5, and lo and behold, a bunch of the same voice actors are in the Final Fantasy VII. It's great.
Taylor, I keep telling you, 3 people voice the entirety of anime.
Not 3 people.
It's 3 people.
Like 2, 1.
It's 2.5.
20 people.
One of them is Crispin Freeman, and he's definitely all of the Shinra troopers, or at least half of them. And
he's also Connie.
Crispin Freeman doesn't sound like a real name.
no, it doesn't.
It sounds like somebody.
Does
made
he play Connie's
made it
dad
up.
in Steven Universe?
I think so.
Yes, he does.
Hell yeah.
He is
And-
Connie's dad, and Mary McGlynn.
Mary
is-
McGlynn, I knew
is,
that. I knew
the
that.
mom, yeah.
That's
Well, she's
fucking
unmistakable,
awesome.
but yeah.
Fucking
Togusa and the Major.
Major.
It's her friggin' parents.
They got married and it became brown. Take that out. That's so stupid. Fuck me. Oh, that's what happened. I got coronavirus, but only on my brainstem.
I was doing some Merc stuff as Cloud.
Cloud?
In the
Yeah.
slums early on, and you go around town taking care of people's problems for them.
It's true.
Killing rats for potion money.
Yeah, I fucking love that, by the way. Like, usually I don't like the tutorial section in most games. I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, that kind of...
These were fun. These were fun
these were
little
great.
missions. I did them all.
They're fine. Like, it's fine because there's enough to be learning during your rat-slaying escapades.
Yeah.
There's enough about the battle system to just keep learning about that. It keeps that fresh. And also... a huge contributor to why I like it is the effect that it has on the town. Because, like you and me, we were talking about this last night.
Yeah.
Right. That the game, the town that the game, at least the early part of the game, takes place in is the slums of Midgar, and there is like this palpable sense of community amongst the people, and like
And
as
their
you're
crap
walking,
shacks.
yeah, and their conversations feel natural. I mean, they're still like canned video game
Yeah,
lines,
yeah.
but they feel a lot more natural than like "Good day." Fucking-
Hi.
I saw a mud crab the other week. And
I hope things get better. Good.
what do you want?
Filthy Enwa. Hi.
Like none of that shit. It all feels very organic, and people have their own shit that they're talking about with each other, and it doesn't feel forced or awful. It just really feels natural and alive. And the best part is when you start doing all these quests for the town folk,
Cleaning things up and doing good deeds.
you start hearing people being like, wow, sure, I'm glad all those rats got cleared out of there. About fucking time.
Yeah.
Like,
Not even like The Witcher gives you that sense of I improved things for people, because people are still like, fuck you, you mutant, and shit like you.
yeah, exactly.
What is it that Denim says on
I don't know. What's a Denim?
IT Crowd when he like has a change of heart about Noel Fielding's
Phantom Thieves.
character. He has like a change of heart about Noel Fielding's character, and then he like turns it around right at the last second and goes, "Fuck off, you goblin." He's
Wow.
like, I'm offering you your full job back with your full pay and your old job title. Wait, never mind. Fuck off, you goblin.
Well, that happens once in
It does.
the Final Fantasy, because like most of the peeps are pretty amicable and just happy to not have their feet munched by rats at night, and not be attacked by the giant overly buff rabid dog patrolling a canyon.
Speaking of that dog, I was doing that quest 2 nights ago, and I was like chasing after the monster, and I was in the area where I knew he was, and I was just like wanting him to come out because he's not coming out. And you know, you got to enter like a certain distance into the scrapyard before he'll spawn.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, come on out, you gross old bastard. And Lissa like put down her Animal Crossing and was like, the dog is a gross old bastard. And I was like, I may have gotten carried away, but
I don't know. You see that thing?
yeah, he was kind of buff.
Have you guys ever seen the pictures of that cow that has the weird gene that made it super hilarious DeviantArt inflation buff?
Yeah.
What do you call
It's
that?
a muscle beast.
Muscle beast, pretty much. That's what they did to that dog. The dog. It looked like something I would have drawn for my D&D games as like a goof.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like,
a muscle dog.
like you are accosted by a dog, and everybody's like, a dog? And I'm like, this is what the dog looks like. And
a dog that lifts.
like, and I would draw a dog that lifts as a goof, but instead they put it in the game, and this dog is so ripped, it made me feel inadequate.
Yeah.
I could see Cloud like nervously looking at Tisha all bashful and shit, and Tisha's just like, oh man.
You keep calling
That
Tifa Tisha, which is the name of one of our friends. Multiple times you have done
Wait,
that.
I've done that.
I'm like, I don't recall her being in that game. It'd be cool if she was.
Names
but-
are the same. All names is the same. It hurts. It hurts my brain. What I tell you about the Clorox? I'm like, fuck! I turned my phone down.
It's the president of Shinra trying to call you.
Oh, I hope the folks at home heard that. Otherwise, they think I'm just swatting at invisible phone elves.
Yeah.
Well,
you are.
no, you were saying about that one woman, and I know exactly the woman you're talking about.
We're back on FF7.
Wheels on you again.
Yes, there's this one point where you do a quest for this lady who's like, she's yelling at some town guards. She's like, why don't you take care of that dragon in the factory? And they're like, well, it's our job to like stay here. This is our post. And she's like, y'all are fucking useless. And she turns around, hey Merc, you want to kill that dragon in the factory for me? And I'm like, yeah, all right. And I do. And I go and kill the annoying ass dragon who has 1 million HP and flies around. So you have to keep leaping up like a goofy jamming jumper boy. And it looks really silly. Because you don't
anime as fuck.
Yeah, well, it's because you don't float around like in Kingdom Hearts. You like hard, super fast jump up, and then hard, super fast fall down.
Yeah,
and it's kind of goofy. But anyway, you kill the dragon, you come back, and like the wheel of this, the turn heel of the century occurs, and she's like, "Hey, Merc, that's a nice job you did taking down that dragon. Not like these useless guards over here." And then Cloud is like trying to smooth over the situation. He's like, "Hey, you know, I mean, they got their jobs, I got mine." She's like, "Fuck you!"
yeah.
You Shinra bootlicking fuck! I'm gonna tell everyone in this town, and we're gonna gather up the entire town, and we're gonna run Shinra bootlickers like you out of town. And you're like, oh my fuck, she's crazy.
That's pretty much what happens.
The dragon addled her mind, laid eggs in her brain canal.
That's pretty much exactly how it goes down.
And that's the
what I
only
saw
sour interaction I'd had with anyone in the town.
Yep.
So like that compounded the whoa of
Yep.
it all, but it was so sudden and crazy. And I tried to convey how nutty it felt as best I could, but fuck, man. Despite that, the game's been really fun so far, and I hope it doesn't peter out. There's already shit that's just way different than the old school game, mostly because it doesn't look like polygonal bullshit trash, which is great.
Yeah.
I've never been able to look at Midgar the way I have in this game. It's incredible.
Make sure you look up when you get off the train for the first time.
When you get into the slums, look up. I mean, it's hard not to. But the giant plate above you is just awesome. It looks like you're in a fucking Star War. It's great. And, you know, the game feels... And it just looks amazing.
Mm.
It looks so fucking good. The way the light plays off of all those delicate little textures on Cloud's tender nipples is just so... Y'all can't see it, but the look on Ada's face when I said that was really good. Woo! No, I've met like on Cloud's like shoulder pad and like his shirt and like everything has these really high definition textures.
It looks great.
And the light keeps impressing me the most.
It's fantastic.
I think like when there's like daylight coming in from the window and like Cloud moves from the dark into the light of that window, it just looks real. It's fucking awesome. And of course,
insane.
5 years from now, I'll be like, that was bullshit. It looked terrible. But right now, I'm very impressed with how the game looks, and I like how the game plays. Tifa.
Mm-hmm.
Tifa is my favorite character to play as.
Predictably.
And I'm kind of bummed out that I can't just walk around as her, that it has to switch to Cloud. I'm like, but I just want to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Barrett is a pain in the ass to play as, but that's just because I don't like playing ranged characters.
Yeah,
in
I can
anything.
see it.
Like, I like getting all up in the enemy's asshole and just pounding.
Plus, like,
Pounding.
There's
Barrett's
nothing about that
personality-
I didn't love.
Barrett's personality takes a while to get used to. Cloud keeps he and Cloud don't play off each other that great in the first part of the game. He's like,
That's true.
I'm Sundari, fool.
It's not like I like you or anything, Soldier Boy. And you're like, you, Soldier Boy, crank it. Hilarious joke.
It's like, Cloud, Shinra has this new crazy plan with this stuff called 5G.
You need the COVID-19 material. I mean, the Revere pants. Material. I can't keep up. I can't even keep up with our own dumbass jokes. This is what it's done. This is what the Clorox it's brought out of my brain, and I can only play Final Fantasy for so long before the Sensi empties out, and I'll have to go get more. So, I need to go get more of that. I'll be right back, you guys.
Cool.
I feel like we should stop him. But
Let's
I'm
not.
I'm not going to. Nature runs its course.
Guys, I accidentally cast Meteor.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.